quarter. And there's a foul. It's on Maurice Spates. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Here's Levine. And it's Spates with the rebound. Boston on D. They lead by 4. Looney passes to Hairston to end the drought. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Picked him clean. Passes it to Looney from outside the arc. Rebound Boston.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, you can see he's still in rhythm, even though he misses that one. Almost always deadly when he's that open.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Ware's checked in. Grant comes in for McDermott. Markel Brown, he's checked in for Harris. And it's Brown in for Levine. Here's Vaughn. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Now here's Lewis. And it's Jokic with the rebound.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup. That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Ware kicks to Brown. From past the arc. And they're on the break. Here's Jokic. He's covered by Grant. There's the pass to Copeland. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. There's 49 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Grant, that's good.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Here's Vaughn. The 11-footer.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Ware kicks to Lewis. He feeds it to Brown. And stolen by McAdoo. To the paint. Blake passes to Jokic. Yes, and it's Blake picking up the assist.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
Kicks it to Ware. To the left side wing. From deep. No good. So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
Well, they've dictated tempo with their defense and been able to force some turnovers.
Yeah, and you know, they've also done a good job, Greg, on their end of the floor by not throwing the ball away.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Steve Blake is out there with Hairston. Then it's Chris Singleton. Then there's Arnett Moultrie. And it's Spates in at the center, filling out the middle.
You can see the importance of that steal. I mean, really a 4-point turnaround with the conversion at the other end right there.
Yeah, the importance of the defense there. Instead of giving up the bucket and having that 5-point deficit, all of a sudden, we got a tie ball game.
Here's Blake after the basket by Boston. Misses the wing three. And now the fast break. Grant with the ball. Brown dishes to Grant. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Grant's got the lead up to 4 now for Boston.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're getting some momentum, some confidence. Nice flow.
Yeah, and, you know, the game of basketball, as you well know, Greg and guys, is a game of runs. So their offense is starting to move in a positive direction now. Nice upswing here.
Got a hand on it. And they get it back. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Boston.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
You know, it also hasn't taken them long to make their mark in the paint. I mean, they're doing a lot of their scoring from in there.
And both free throws good for Spates.
Steady work at the free throw line. Just what we're used to seeing out of him.
The kick out to Brown. This one for 3. Good. Brown's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
And pushing it up, here's Boston. Jones, no luck.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, I mean, deterred them from those plans.
Looney. Some solid defense from Grant. And there's Brown. That's good on the assist by Brown. Brown's got his first basket.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Pulls it from 20. No good off the front iron. To the middle. Here's Brown. And it's blocked. Feeds to Singleton. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. It's his first trip to the line. The first one falls. So Boston ends up going with the new group. He makes 1 of 2 that time.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach. Driving.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, it's the love to go up and jam like that.
Here's Grant. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And there's a minute 45 left now here in the second. Here's Vaughn. Misses the 3. And here's Boston. They're on an 11-3 run. Levine, good.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run. And they've gotten good looks, you know, so that's one reason they're frustrated. Maybe he can come up with something to get them an easy one, maybe get to the line.
Yeah, you know, that may be the answer for them. But you know what else, Greg? Ultimately, I think because they're getting good shots, they'll make a better percentage of them going forward.
Boston making a switch here. Lewis is checked in. And the basket by Blake.
No hesitation at all right there. Just right up against a much bigger defender.
Man, and I love that fearlessness, that aggressive attitude. Boy, I love watching guys play with that kind of abandon and freedom, Greg. It's a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
That one misses. Nogueira with it. Picked up by Harris. Nogueira kicks to McAdoo. And stolen by Harris. Lewis attacking. It's deflected. There's the feed to Copeland. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
Boston team ball.
Here's Boston now. They're on a 14-5 run here. Out to Harris. There's the steal.
A chance here to go 2 for 1.
Boy, they've got to ramp up the speed and make it happen in a hurry.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation. You know, it looks like they've recalibrated their approach away from trying the 3-ball.
Yeah, they started out a little slow from out there, trying something different now.
Lewis with the 3. Nogueira pulls it in. To the inside. Vaughn. Banked in off the glass.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to it.
And so we conclude the first half. Boston on top. They're up by 7. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. Here's Blake. McDermott is out there with Lewis. Then there's Harris. Then there's Udo. And it's Levine at the 1. That's the Boston 5. Vaughn gets the bucket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
It's hauled in by Harris.
Oh, nice play on D. Got that hand in the face and prevented him there from getting an easy look.
Exactly. Alert and aware. Really reacted quickly to that shot attempt.
Here's McDermott. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft D.
Pass to Harrison. It's hauled in by Harris.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying hard to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure.
Here's Levine. He's got 7. Just 3 to shoot. Makes it off the glass. And now an 11-point Boston lead.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half. Just not happy with how his team is playing, and they just have been on the wrong side of this run.
Yeah, and you know what, Greg? Sometimes just a pause in the action, which is what a timeout can give you, is enough to change things around.
So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Grant, he's checked in for Lewis. James Jones comes in for Doug McDermott. Markel Brown, he's checked in for Harris. And it's Grant in for Levine. Pass to Looney. Here's Spates. And Jones sends it back. Here's Moultrie. And gets hacked by the D. He'll go to the line.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And so Moultrie nails both of them. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Now the dish to Udo. And stolen by Spates. Up the floor. Here's Hairston. The shot from the low post is good.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
That one's in there. The Boston lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Blake. Blake's gone 3 of 6 shooting from the field, 50% so far. And it's blocked. Here's Hairston. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. It's his first trip to the line. First free throw is good.
P.J. Hairston at the line for 2.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Boston leading by 4. Brown the pass to Grant. It's blocked, but they get it back. Outside, Jones. Dishes to Udo. It's Brown with the drive. 4 on the clock. Brown's gotten just 1 of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. Looney passes to Moultrie. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Udo. Here's Jones. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Jones has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. I mean, they've got to pad their lead anytime an opportunity presents itself, and that was a golden one.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Lewis checked in for Grant. Carrick Felix comes in for Jones. Wilcox is checked in for Brown. And Lorenzo Brown subbed in for Grant. No luck. Now Boston takes it the other way. They've led by as many as 11 points. Here's Brown. Boston again missing. And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
Yeah, defensively, some really good pressure being applied, though, so you've got to give credit there. It seems like they've been rattled a little bit.
Greg, you think they've been rattled?
They have, Kevin, but that's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
Larry Nance is checked in for Steve Blake. And that is good.
He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in.
Brown outside. Wilcox dishes to Udo. To the paint. Brown. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
This game has been a battle, and maybe they're starting to just run out of gas a little bit.
It has not been an easy quarter for them, at least offensively speaking.
Here's Lewis. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
Rashard Lewis.
And he knocks down the first one. Boston making some changes. McDermott's checked in for Carrick Felix. Harris comes in for Wilcox. And Levine subbed in for Lorenzo Brown. And both free throws good for Lewis. 26 seconds left to play in the third. Hairston kicks to McAdoo. Now here's Nance. He's covered closely. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. Got it. Nice one there from Levine. Levine's got 6 here in this quarter.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. Lack of concentration and alertness, a turnover, and an easy bucket the other way.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Boston leads by 10. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And the final period of play just about to start. Boston leading by 10. We've got Maurice Spates. Looney out there with McAdoo. And it's Steve Blake. And it's Vaughn in the 2-guard spot. Here's McDermott. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
McDermott. 2 shots.
And he's good on the second. Blake with it. He kicks to McAdoo. Passes to Looney. He dishes it to Blake. McAdoo, the pass to Looney. From 13. And that one comes up a bit short. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Spates. Arnett Moultries checked in for McAdoo.
Yeah, maybe a change of the game plan right now, looking at some different sets because of the matchup.
Yeah, I agree with you because they're looking to tweak things to maybe get those matchups working in their favor.
Now a timeout called by Boston. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Guys, I was able to listen in on what Quinn Snyder was going over with his team. He said to them, the lead we've got now is nice, but I want to make it even nicer. This is when we put the hammer down. It doesn't look like he's ready to back off just yet, guys.
And as always, Doris, thank you. McDermott, no one around him, gets a very good look and converts.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
It's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses.
Good. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Boston.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Grant dishes to McDermott. There's the pass to Lewis. Spates with the block. Here's Looney. Some solid defense from Grant.
And he has slipped into a funk, Clark. You can see the confidence is shaken.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, he's very much deflated. The basket looks a lot smaller to him at this point, and the only way you can get out of it is to work yourself out of it.
Clearly, he's not pleased with all the looks they've given up on the inside, and also to get them to tighten up that defense.
Yeah, and I think he's going to let them know about it. I mean, they're playing some soft interior defense, and you can't win that way. That's a recipe for disaster if you're not going to play with some physicality inside.
James Jones. Travis Ware.
Guys, nothing has really come easy for him today.
Yeah, you'd have to consider this not one of their best performances.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly, and I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
Here's Grant. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Jones, no luck. Here's Vaughn. It's deflected. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Grant leading the charge.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
The 11-footer. Vaughn can't get it to go.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Ware, good.
And really, I like the fact that even with the big lead, they never coasted.
To me, that's a sign of a really good team, Greg, because you should always be playing against the game and yourself. I know there's an opponent out there, but when you have a lead, it's all about continuing to execute. Do what you do and stay true to that. And I like that aggressiveness and